Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Home Appliances Repair, Nairobi. So today we'll look into the reasons to why your washing machine is not working. So today we use a front load LG washing machine. So basically, some and the basic things that will make your machine not to work. Number one, because when you power on your machine, so let's say you powered on your machine and the door is not locking, so it's not engaging the door. Okay, there are two things involved. If the door is not locking, number one, we have a latch here. On this hook here, we have a latch. Okay, so what happens if the latch is broken? Now it won't hook into the door switch. Okay, it should lock that way, and you'll hear that clicking sound. So it should lock. So if it doesn't lock, your machine, the red button here for the door switch won't appear. So if it's not locking, maybe the issue is the door latch. Number two, even if the hinges have a problem, the door won't be balanced. So if the hinges have a problem or bent or something, or even if this front panel of the washing machine is bent, now the door won't close. Number three, let's say there's always a wire here that holds the door seal tight. If the door wire, this wire here is broken, is out because of rust or something, and then the gasket is loose, it won't be even. So you'll have problems with engaging the door. Then the last one is this. This is the most important thing, the door switch. We have wires that goes into the motherboard. So if this one is faulty, which is a very, very important component of the washing machine, it won't lock. The other reason why our washing machine won't lock, like you find it that you power on your machine. Once you power on your machine, even once you select the program, the starter button one is not working. Most of the time, the issue is the display board. If the display board is faulty and there's no communication with the other side, even if you press the start button, it won't work. So those are one of the reasons why your machine is not working, or let's say the door is not locking. Okay, let's get into number two. Your machine is locking well, it's picking programs well, but it's not filling with water. So some of the basic things you have to check first is check if the source of water, if you have water from the main tap. If the main tap is okay and it has pressure, the machine should get water. And if the machine doesn't have pressure, also if the tap doesn't have pressure, the machine won't get enough water. So if the water source, the main tap has water and it's not filling with the water, you come check on this pipe. Maybe it's bent or something, or it's kinked. So you open the pipe, and then you check, you assess the pipe, see if the pipe is okay. Most of the time the pipe is always okay. So you come check on they are called the solenoid valves, the inlet solenoid valve. So let's open this. So once you open this, you have to check here. There's always a sieve here. For LG, it has two sieves. We have one in there. Even Samsung and other machines have. Some don't put two sieves. So we have the outer sieve and the inside sieve. So what you do, most of the time it's clogged, use this. Like if you have a pliers will work better. Just pull this, check if it's kinked, clean that, and the machine will fill with the water. So if you've checked all that, you've cleaned this, the pipe is okay, the tap has enough pressure, now you have to replace this. These are called the solenoid valves. So you can order them on Amazon or any other washing machine shop that sells this. So you have to replace this. And for you to know these ones are faulty, you have to use a multimeter. You can use a multimeter to check on continuity. At times there is continuity, but they are not working. These are a mechanical and an electrical part, so yeah, these things happen, so you have to replace these. And the last one, if the inlet, the solenoid valves are okay, what you do, you remove this, and then this is the dispenser. You remove your dispenser, and then you come check in there. This one is quite clean, so it's not that really clogged. You can use a brush. Most of the time I use a brush. You come, you just clean these sides, the upper part. Once you clean this, now this is like a sieves, and then once you clean this, water should come in correctly, like with the correct pressure that should be. Even if you have pressure from the main water source tap, but this is clogged, now the machine won't get enough water as required, so it takes time to wash. That's why most clients tell us that they have a machine, enough water, everything is fine, but the machine is taking time to wash because it's taking time to put in water, and the sensor is taking time to sense that there's enough water in the drum for machine to go to the next program. Okay, the other thing why your washing machine won't put in water is the sensor. This is the pressure sensor. It's just a pipe. It's a vacuum. It's a pipe that goes to the drum, and then the pipe comes to the water pressure sensor. So if the water pressure is faulty, which is rare, it's rare to find the water pressure is faulty. Now, because they have to communicate, it controls the valves. From the motherboard, it controls the valves. So most of the time, for instance, if your machine is filling with water throughout, this could be the issue. It's not detecting that, hey, it's time to stop filling water, now it's time to wash, or it's time to drain. So if this is faulty, this either won't put in water or put in water throughout. But most of the time, this is a rare issue. You find it's hard to get a problem with the water sensor. Another common issue with the washing machine is the machine is putting in water throughout. If the machine is putting water throughout, two things involved. Either the inlet valves are faulty, or the sieve that is here allowed soil particles to get into the valves. So the valves are now open. They are open throughout. Even if you power it on, the machine is off, it's still filling with water. This is the issue. Okay? Because I've said most of the time the pressure sensor is always okay. So most of the time you come, you check with the inlet valves. Another problem is, let's say your machine is not powering. If your machine is not powering, there are things you have to look at. Either the start button is not engaging, but if you check that one, but this one you have to get an expert to help you check. But before you call an expert, you can look at the cable. Maybe it's broken or something. There's always a fuse here. You can remove the fuse. If you are in a position to check continuity, remove the fuse. If the fuse is okay, power is okay, you can check the power filter. There's a fuse on the power filter. You can check continuity. If the fuse is okay and there's continuity and the cable is working well, the main problem, you come to the motherboard. So most of the time, if it's not powering, it's the power control panel. And there are two. Remember, this is the main board, and you have the display board the other side. Another issue is a very, very common one, that your machine is not spinning. The first thing you do when your machine is not spinning, you come check on your drainage system, because there's no way a machine will spin if the drum still has water. So what you have to do is, maybe it's clogged, you just come, open here, that is the filter. Most of the time it's always locked here, so you just push to move the filter. If there's anything that passed the drum, most of the time are socks and small clothes, bras or other stuff, they pass. There's a wire on a bra, that most of the time passes. Masks, will go through the drain hose. So it comes here. If it's not at the air filter, from the water filter, you have to open this, and it's easy to open this. There's always a screw here. You remove that screw. Once you remove that screw, if you have a flat screwdriver or even a knife, you just come and hook this. Okay, once you remove this, there is a drain hose here. You can feel it with your hand. If there's something stuck inside there, that's the drain hose. You can feel it. If something is stuck in there, you remove it, and then you try spinning it. You can put it on spin only and check if it will spin after removing all water in the drum. And if all water in the drum is out and it's not spinning, then you come check if the belt is intact. There are machines that use the belt. This one is not using the belt. This one uses the rotor and the hull sensor. So if it's the belt, come check the belt and see if the belt is out. Sorry, return the belt. For this, you have to call a technician. If it's the inverter driven, the one that uses the rotor, you open this, number 17. Once you open this, you remove the magnetic plate. There's always a hull sensor there, so you place the hull sensor, and the machine is good to go, because most of the time the main motor is always okay. Then another issue with the washing machine is if the machine is not washing with hot water, what you do, these are the heating elements. Just continue to check this. If they are faulty, the machine won't wash with hot water, but still it will wash. Okay, another problem is if the drum is not moving. If the drum is not moving, you come open the drum, try rotating it with your hand. Most of the time something can get stuck in there. Most of the time what we got, let's say if something passes from here, okay, maybe a socks, a handkerchief or something, or the bra from the wire from the brass, it goes to the heating elements that I've shown you behind there, and then they stuck. So when they stuck in there, the drum won't move. So what you do, you can check in there, just pull the gasket, check in there. You can also check in the perforations in here to see if there's something stuck in there. If you can't, then you have to come open this. Okay, once you open this, you remove the heating elements, use a torch to check in there to see if the machine has a problem, if something is stuck in there. Sorry. Last, your machine is vibrating. Why your machine is making a lot of noise? The reason your machine is making a lot of noise is because of the dampers. Maybe the dampers have a problem, they're not springing enough, or the machine is not balanced. If the machine is not balanced, basically it will make a lot of noise. Another issue is this. Okay, if the concrete blocks are broken, these ones, there's one here, there are two there. If they are broken, okay, then the machine won't be stable and will make a lot of noise. Okay, another thing, why your machine is staining clothes. If your machine is staining clothes, look at this gasket. Okay, when you are moving clothes or when they are spinning, the clothes touch here. So once you are done washing, clean here with a small cloth, and then leave the door open so that it dries up. Also clean in here so that just in case these things clogged in there, they come out. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good blessed 2022.